Hello. In this video, we're going to be talking about the properties of equality and congruence and using them to justify the process of solving equations. Now, these are things that you have heard plenty of times in the past of like, oh, you can add something to both sides. You can divide both sides by the same thing. But we're going to use those in algebraic proofs to like show this sort of like proving process for problems, and we're going to do it with algebra stuff. So you want to think about all these as like a big word bank that you're going to be picking from. So here I'm trying to justify the steps in the solution of an algebraic equation. You can see here that I will start it out with like this given information. This is what I wanted to solve. Then I subtracted 1 from both sides. So I subtracted from both sides of the equality. So subtraction, equality. Then what I needed to do was just simplify that stuff down. So then I divided both sides by 2. So that's the division property of equality because we did it on both sides. And then I just simplified down. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So then I got that. So this is what it's going to look like in the end, but let's see how we can do it step by step. In this first example we're going to do together, I've done all of the solving steps already, and I just want to practice the like writing in our reasons over here. So the first step in these like kind of like proof things is just sort of our given information. You can assume that this is always going to be the first step. Okay. You don't have to write always first when you're doing a proof, but I'm just giving you a quick note. Hey, that's always our first step. Then what I did, in order to solve this equation, I added 6 to both sides. So that's addition that I did. So I'm just writing what I did, addition. And if I look back on the front of like what my options are, there's only one that says addition in it. So that was my addition property. And it's in the equality section. So I write of equality. Again, when you're doing this on a test or stuff, you'll have a nice list there to choose from. After that, I added the 5 and the 6 together to get 11, and I added the negative 6 and the positive 6 together to get 0. So all I'm doing there is I'm actually like executing that stuff, so I'm just simplifying. Here I created something new, this plus 6 on both sides, so I needed a property. But here where I'm just kind of like narrowing down what's on the paper and just kind of cleaning stuff up, that's a simplify. So this is a cleanup. Okay. Then here I created something new. So I need a new property. The thing I created new on both sides was a multiplication on both sides. So I want to use my multiplication property of equality. So same sort of thing. It's the multiplication. It's in my properties of equality. So I'd say multiplication property of equality. And all I need to do now is just simplify that stuff down. 3 divided by 3, that's 1, so I just have an x. And 11 times 3, that's 33, so that's just done. So that was just a quick simplify. And that's finished. So let's do another one. In this one, I'm actually going to do the solving steps with you. There are different ways to solve this equation. This is just going to be the way that I solved it. If you were to solve this in different steps, you just need to make sure that the reasons that you wrote over here match the steps that you did over here. That's it. But otherwise, you can do whatever you want as long as you're following those proper properties. I like to take care of all my statements over here first, and then I'll fill in the reasons after. You can do them one by one, but I think that gets confusing. I'm just going to solve the equation because I know how to do that. So I'm going to write my equation first. I'm going to do it a little funny because I want to like show the steps that I'm doing every time. So the first step I want to do is I want to distribute that 2. And rather than writing on top of there, I'm actually going to write out that distribution. I'm doing kind of like funny proof stuff. So I really want to like take my time with my steps. And you should too, so that you can write those reasons about why you're doing what you're doing. Otherwise, you're trying to blend too many steps together. So then now that I've shown what I want to do, I want to multiply this stuff. Let's do that multiply. So I got 2x plus 10 equals 24. And then the next thing I want to do is I want to get rid of that 10. So I'm going to subtract 10 from both sides. I'm going to sneak it in because I don't have a lot of space to write. I could have kind of stacked it like that other one, but I don't have a lot of space. And I want you to be able to see it. If you really want to cram it in there and put them on top of each other, go ahead. All right, so then we clean that up. So positive 10 minus 10, that's 0. So I just got 2x over here. And then 24 minus 10, I know that's 14. Then I got to get rid of that 2. So to get rid of that 2, I got to divide. So 2x divided by 2 equals 14 divided by 2. And now I just need to finish simplifying. 2x divided by 2, that's just x. And then 14 divided by 2, that's 7. There we go. I solved my equation. Now I just need my steps, my reasons over here on the side. The first one is always given, so you can go ahead and just write given because that one's always first. Then I multiply, let's see, no, I distributed. I distributed that 2 into that parenthesis. So I've got a distributive property. I gotta write that down. There we go. Distributive property of equality. Great. Then after I did that distributive property, I needed to like actually multiply that stuff together. So that was a simplify step. And while I've got this pen, I might as well fill in some of these other ones because like down here, I just needed to simplify. So that was a simplify. A lot of these proofs are going to have kind of like here's a property, simplify. Here's a property, simplify. Here's a property, and then our last one here is a simplify. But all the ones where you're adding something new into there or doing a particular property, then you want to put that property in. Other ones are simplify. Next, I subtracted 10 from both sides. So that was a subtraction property of equality. Okay. And then our last one was this division. So I had to divide both sides by 2. So that is my division property. And there we go. That's done. So I always start with my given. I've got those properties. And for the most part, a lot of these are going to be simplify thing, simplify thing, simplify thing. There might be multiple simplify steps if you add some more, but you just want to make sure you're taking your time and writing out every step over here. I'm going to do